Hello, guys. How are you doing? I hope you all are having a good sat. Sat. We are sat. Saturday. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Hello, everybody. Hello, Chizu. Hello, LX. Hi, Anne. I saw a few people earlier. Hello, S3 Rainbow and Beamy. Thank you guys so much for stopping by today on this Saturday. Haru, welcome. Welcome. How are y'all doing? Are you having a good day so far? Or if your day's just getting started, are you doing okay? Saturday? Why sad? I'm happy because I get to stream, but that's why I am sat. I am sat at my computer and will be for like 6 hours. But a day where I could stream on Saturday is a good day for me. Let me click around really quick. How's for my gotcha peeps? How are your savings going? How are your summons going? I am working very hard to get as many wishes or tickets. Do people call them tickets in the Honkai Star Rail community? Either way, I'm trying to get as many tickets as possible for Sunday. And it's going okay. But, you know, I wish it could be more. But, you know, we do what we can. If my luck is, like, absolutely terrible, I can guarantee him and his light cone. But that's if my luck is absolutely terrible, and I'm hoping it doesn't come to that. Everything after that, up in the air. Sheena Ninomiya, welcome. How you doing? I hope you're doing well.
I still
We
gotta
just
get
got
in
started.
line
I'm just kind of
again.
wandering around. Side note, freaking love Penacony so much. It's got such a nice vibe to it. I'm also realizing I think I have stuff I can turn in here, even though I've gotten all the rewards, but I could get it for credits, right?
With a long face, buddy. Cheer up.
Oh, no.
Remember to bring more next
Okay, so you
time.
can. Yay! You're doing okay? How about you? I'm doing okay. I am tired, unfortunately. I was able to sleep in a little bit today, but a little bit for me is like I gotta sleep in by like 30 minutes. And you know what? I will take it. Ram, welcome. It has been a while. How are you? I'm doing okay.
The most luxurious.
Really enjoying Saturday streams. Very chill Saturday streams. Also, I'm just happy to be playing another Zelda game, which we'll get to later. But have you been, Ram? Hope you've been good. Okay, but like legit, I think this is the last companion quest we need to do. Where are the itching men's? Or men's? Mains. Off to a great start. Super early. I'm sure they are around. I know of one friend who wants to like make him super amazing and will do what they can. But I don't know if there's anyone else. I swear, I think this is our last companion quest, is Black Swans. And it's kind of hard to tell on the surface like this, because in order to find Black Swan quest, I had to go in like in here, and it's right here. Thanks for the hydrate. Ram, you said you're glad you're doing well. I'm doing all right, just been super busy with all sorts of stuff, like redesigning 16 characters that are in my TikTok videos. Dang, redesigning takes a long time, I feel. Like, I've thought about having like my own VTuber design right over here redone a little bit, but it's hard to figure out. Yeet! It's hard to figure out what direction I want to go. Okay, I genuinely think this is the last one. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. One day I will get sick of this thing following me around, as I do with a lot of the Genshin pets, but as of right now, I'm not sick of it. It's a precious little bean that just sleeps. Just wants to sleep. I was mostly adding or changing outfits to characters, but those still count as reason I... Oh, for sure, that's what I mean. That is a huge part of the redesign process. All right, I think I want to get started on this quest because I really want to get to Echoes of Wisdom pretty soon. Oh, geez, just like me. They just want to sleep. Look, they're sleeping. They're just sleeping and they just want to help people have good dreams. They're such a precious little bean. Love them. But yeah, I do want to get started on the quest because I have learned some stuff about Echoes of Wisdom and I would like to get to it. And I don't know how long this quest is. Sheena no Mia, you said so close to 100% secrets in unknowable domain. Oh, I did a little bit of grinding in the unknowable domain the other day, and I've gotten nearly every stellar jade I can. I just need to get one more scepter that I still don't have, and then, you know, components I don't think give me stellar jade. And then I just got to get the occurrences. And then I will have, like, every occurrence you can get in that. And then I will have every stellar jade I can get in the unknowable domain. Because even though this isn't done, this doesn't give me stellar jade. Just on that grind, man. On that grind. For Honkai Star Rail players, who are you going for next patch? Don't talk about leaks, but I want to know. Fugue or Sunday? Meanwhile, I'm gonna get started. I will be reading chat as I go through the quest, so feel free to keep on chatting. I just may not respond to messages quickly. Oh, I got something. Oh, new street bubble. Nice.
Maybe you're looking for some sight.
Okay, let's get started.
Are you ready to experience Miss Black Swan's dreamscape? Please close your eyes and rest your forehead on the dream bubble.
All right. Keep in mind, this still happens during the Penacony arc. Like, when this quest happens, it's supposed to be pretty early in the Penacony arc.
Oh, yes. I nearly forgot. That elegant girl mentioned something before she left.
The nature of this memory is special. Don't ruin the dreamscape experience for anyone else by spoiling the ending.
You heard that, chat? Don't spoil it. Oh, I hit it twice.
In my estimation, there is no question about it. This is murder.
Murder. Such a foreign word to us. The people of Penacony could never come to any harm while under the watchful protection of the family. In a dream, even if you're bashed 1,000 times with a hammer, at worst, you'll still wake up in reality in a hotel.
Not necessarily. Even if the result does not constitute harm, the criminal intent is clear enough. You specifically came here to cordon off the scene because of the unsavory nature of this case, right?
I was almost happy Sampo was here, but then I realized it's probably not actually Sampo. Speaking of, did you guys like the event with Sampo where you got to talk a little bit about some things? I thought that was fascinating. Whether what he said was true or not is, you know, up in the air, but interesting little tidbits we got about the tavern and whatnot.
You're not wrong. Even if there are no casualties, being smashed over the head with a hammer in the middle of the street for no reason at all? This is not the kind of thing that happens on Penacony. You are guests of the old
Sampo from
family, so
Bella
you may
Bucked away.
investigate the crime scene. I'll be on standby over here.
Anything but spoilers. I wonder if they're gonna be like, kind of like what Atlas does when it comes to spoilers.
Are you a witch? Just how did you manage to convince them in the blink of an eye that we're some kind of detectives?
Just some suggestions at the memory level. If something happens in everybody's memory, then that something becomes a fact, rather than hearing endless explanations. Would you like to experience it for yourself?
No!
No. Hey, you can save that for the enemy.
Then on to the next order of business. Let's discuss your companion, shall we?
Memo Keeper of the Garden
Whoa.
of Recollection. I've been watching you for quite some time.
So does this mask have a mind of its own? Is it sentient?
You stole a glance at me when you first entered the hotel. You followed me wherever I went inside the dreamscape. In the windows along the commercial street. In the pond water reflections of the Iden Park. Even in the reflections of the wine glass. Everywhere. My dear, do you have a crush on me? Well then, seeing as you're so interested in me, let's play a little game. I left a puzzle for you near OT Mall. Solve it and prove that you're capable of pleasing me. If you can solve it, then we can talk. Don't leave me waiting, my dear. Before Penacony gets flipped upside down, try to find me, catch me, and stop me.
There's actually more than one Memo Keeper who's come to Penacony. She's mixed me up with someone else. But no harm, no foul.
Wait! It's so interesting doing this quest now because I wonder how much foreshadowing it is. Is this spoilers for the continuance quest with Rappa, if you haven't done that yet? Is this about Mr. Rekka? Has he been alluded to, like, well before we even knew his name?
The address that the mask gave you was right here. But you never would have thought that when Miss Sparkle mentioned a game, she was talking about wanton slaughter on the streets of Penacony. Such a direct act of provocation is enough to get my competitive side worked up too.
Madam, forgive me. I had no idea about anything she said. As you saw, I went through a brain scan and everything. I'm just a friend, helping her deliver a letter. That's all. I never knew this was actually a declaration of warfare. They say you shouldn't kill the messenger. So maybe you can just, let me go. You all are the big shots here. I'm really not on your level.
What a frightened look you have. Don't worry. Since this has nothing to do with you, I won't be suspecting you of anything.
Uh-huh.
Why don't you come take a stroll with me?
Oh, seems like I can't escape being an assistant detective. Oh, fine. It's all fine. No big deal.
Quentin, welcome! How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Oh, I should have a team that actually fits Black Swan. Oh, I should do a quick lineup. Sheena, you said Rekka drip market when? Dude, right? What if he gets put in the closet with Skrullum and we don't see him for like a couple of years? I do hope Rekka will come out soon, but we're getting so close to the 3.0 that I don't know if it's gonna... I think it's gonna be a while, to be honest. You guys, let's get a knife in. And you. It's probably a fine team. Doing okay? I work in 3 hours. Oh, I hope you're able to rest a little bit before then, or get whatever you need done. So we got a bailiff and a constable. Can't talk to those guys. You won your 50-50 and got Camellia? Congrats! I'm slightly jealous because she was really fun to play. But congrats! I hope you have so much fun with her.
If there's anything you'd like to know, please ask away.
Is that the peace sign? I think that's the peace sign. Okay, regarding the
Who
victim.
was the victim?
An IPC employee named Shamari. Eyewitnesses reported that a tall, strong man wearing a large robe with long sleeves walked right past Shamari, and suddenly assaulted him with a hammer. Shamari collapsed on the spot and woke up from the dream. The murderer vanished in a flash.
Ooh, that sounds just like Sparkle. Her best asset is transforming her appearance to look like someone else.
You got Bailu, Yangqing, and Acheron? Wait, how did you get Bailu and Yangqing? Did you get lucky and get, like, one of those in the same temple as Acheron? But congrats! Or did you get it from, like, the standard banner? Guarding the Sweet Dreams troop present at the crime scene.
Who are those two little guys?
Seems like the assailants stole the troop from elsewhere and deliberately placed them here. What nerve. They don't even have the slightest consideration for public order. Those two have clammed up. I wonder if you two could help pry open their mouths.
Looks like a puzzle that Sparkle has left behind for you.
Okay. Regarding the evidence at the scene of the crime.
Any leads yet?
This is a developing case, so there aren't many clues yet.
Hey,
All we
I
have to
recognize
go by
that
are the
hammer.
weapon used by the assailant and the victim's ID. They didn't even take the weapon with them. Sounds like they're trying to provoke us. Despicable.
All right, give me some of the victim.
Where's Mr. Shamari right now? I'd like to meet him.
I'm afraid you can't. The Oaks came forward and calmed him down. Mr. Shamari expressed that he understands the unpredictable nature of dreams, and went on to vacation in another dreamscape. Best not to bother him. Guest experiences always have to come first.
Oh, I'm afraid by the time we find him, half of Penacony will have been sent back to reality by Sparkle.
This is hilarious. Stoic.
Looks like we'll have to play this little game of sparkles then.
Oh, Sparkle, just out here having fun. You got Yangqing on standard, Bailu all limited. Okay, that makes more sense. But congrats! Seems like a very successful day. Well, other than losing the 50-50.
Lady Black Swan, you're here!
I actually got Bailu for the first time just like a couple of weeks ago.
Mr. Cold Feet, why'd you do it?
So they can talk after all. Miss Black Swan, they're heading straight for you.
Don't interrupt, I wasn't talking to you. Ahem. I understand Lady Black Swan has quite the intellect. I'm sure you'll be able to get to the bottom of the Sparkle murder case.
The Sparkle murder case? Wasn't the victim Shamari from the IPC?
You're wrong, Lady Black Swan. The victim is evidently none other than the matriarch of the Goldhammer family, Miss Sparkle Goldhammer.
Oh, I guess Miss Sparkle has written herself into the skit here, and this has nothing to do with the actual case. Goldhammer? Is that her real surname?
Probably not.
Never heard of it.
Unless this is
Sounds
the
made
case.
up.
Unless she wants
Sparkle
that
doesn't
name for
sound
this
like
case.
a real name either.
Miss Sparkle was supposed to receive 3 valiant warriors at the Goldhammer residence today, but upon their arrival, all they found was her body. Miss Sparkle had been smashed over the head by a hammer and died on the spot. Such a brutal act of violence.
My investigations discovered that the 3 warriors were supposed to escort supplies back to their territory the day before, but they were unexpectedly ambushed by the Annihilation Gang. They narrowly escaped and barely got away with their lives, finding their supplies almost completely raided. So they all shared a motive for killing Miss Sparkle, to escape punishment.
So the 3 of them teamed up to kill her.
Is the case closed?
No, there can only be 1 murderer. It's not an unsolved mystery if there are 3 murderers. Hang on, wait.
I like how this puts on the same radio voice that I do whenever I trigger, this. Whenever I trigger this, they're doing the same voice that I do.
If you can't justify it, don't bother.
Got it! Those 3 were all vying against each other to be number 2. They couldn't have cooperated on anything. So it must have been one of them acting alone.
That actually doesn't make much sense. Even if they were on bad terms, those 3...
Please begin your investigation, Lady Black Swan. There are lots of clues at the crime scene that are sure to help you apprehend the real culprit.
I've got the case file right here. If you want to learn more about the suspects, talk to me.
Okay. Quentin, you said, I have Camellia with Shorekeeper and San Juan. Based on what I've seen, that's like one of her best teams, so that works out well. Chino, you said it was my first Yangqing and Sampo. Really? That was your first Sampo? Are you a new player out of curiosity? Because Sampo has been free a couple of times.
Lady Black Swan, allow me to introduce the 3 suspects to you. Lefton, Zhongshan, and Wright.
Phoenix Wright? Wait, I have the thing. Like this?
Objection!
Lefton is one of Miss Sparkle's chief lieutenants, whose right hand was unfortunately severed while he was valiantly fighting off the Annihilation Gang. He's now learning how to write and hold a fork with his left hand. How tough that must be!
His right hand was severed. Okay.
Then there's Zhongshan. This guy's a coward who ran away as soon as a group spotted some bandits along the road. He ended up smashing into the side of a cliff and getting his face disfigured. It's a real shame, as he used to be one of the rare handsome men left around town. Last of all comes Wright. This guy was so insatiably greedy that he still came back to try and embezzle the rest of the supplies after they narrowly escaped with their lives, lying about how the gang had taken off with everything. Lefton and Zhongshan were so incensed that they broke his legs.
Hang on, I'm confused here. Left on? Right? Is this some kind of joke?
What? Where did you get that idea from? Do you need me to go over it all again?
Don't worry. If you're used to Phoenix Wright, you're used to this. That won't be necessary.
That won't be necessary. I've memorized every detail.
No wonder you're a memo keeper.
Oh, you're not a new player, Sheena. So then, did you just, like, miss out or pick different characters every time Sampo was free? When you're experiencing the stream kit, you can re-examine every detail of the puzzle. This seems to be a convenient feature prepared by Dr. Edward. Sparkle almost broke Kafabe? I'm trying to figure out what your voice to text was saying.
Look, an ID card. Talent Motivation Department, Shamari. Is this the victims?
Mr. Shamari's belongings should have disappeared alongside him as he woke from the dreamscape. The fact that this ID is here means Miss Sparkle placed it here on purpose to prove that she definitely attacked someone.
Okay. Belongs to Shamari, the worker of the Talent Motivation Department in the International Peace Corporation. Most IPC staff value their ID greatly. Some have even installed it onto their forehead? What? Oh, ensuring that they could show it off wherever people go? No, don't do that. Please don't proclaim, like... There's enjoying your job, and then there's this level. This is a little extreme. Sparkle probably left it at the crime scene to prove that she really did assault someone. Now it's for her hammer.
Holy moly! This hammer is super heavy.
That does sound effective,
This
though.
must be the murder weapon for the Sparkle murder case.
Miss Sparkle also used it to attack Mr. Shamari.
I'm barely able to lift this using both hands. I have no idea how Sparkle could ever use this to hit a target.
Question, you said I'm 5 minutes into Camellia's story. How did they make Botany horny? Well, here's the thing. Even in the main quest when she first appeared, it was like that. It is nothing new. It's just now there's a whole quest dedicated to it. Giant wooden hammer. Seems extra custom made. I know. That's also part of the reason why I'm a little hesitant to do it. I still have to do the main quest, so it's gonna be a while before I do Camellia's companion quest, but, you know, it's still like, oh, I gotta mentally brace myself for it.
Is that all the evidence? How are we meant to solve this with so little to go on? Oh, you scared me! When did you pop out?
The 2 pieces of evidence that you found are related to the attack on Shamari. Miss Sparkle didn't leave them lying around for no reason. They're clues to the puzzle, but there are still some other clues that were placed in other areas, so they won't spoil the crime scene.
Isn't that a bit unnecessary?
No. It's disruptive to have a stack of irrelevant things crowding a crime scene. Miss Sparkle is a law-abiding citizen who'd never bring extra trouble to the family.
Seems quite nice of her, if you ask me.
Looks like Miss Sparkle is adding a little spice to the investigation. Let's take her up on her offer then. Mr. Assistant Detective, this way.
The new part of the story, you're not up to date. There's that one main quest that is related to the Somme Noir that I still haven't done. But I'm up to date before this patch. It's just not the newest quest related to the Somme Noir. And then you can only do Camellia's quest after you do the new main quest. I just haven't had time. I'm planning on doing it either after stream today or tomorrow.
What's this little device here for? Could you please let me know?
It's the button!
It looks like a little button.
Don't push it, Lady Black Swan. Whatever you do, don't push it. That's the mutually assured destruction button that Miss Sparkle installed. Once pushed, Miss Sparkle and the entirety of Penacony will instantaneously go up in smoke.
In smoke. Interesting.
Miss Sparkle also has her own button. The second she pushes it, you and the entirety of Penacony will instantaneously go up in smoke.
That sounds like both buttons can do the exact same thing.
Correct. Exactly the same.
Oh,
Aren't you going to ask me why?
okay. Why?
Because she is fair.
This is nuts!
That's Sparkle. I would sing her theme song, but I still can't. Still don't have the pass. Chizu, you said I normally love characters like Camellia, but she's been whatever so far for me. I have to see more of her. She's not a character that has really gripped me, but she was fun to play. Don't get me wrong. She's hypersexualized. It very much comes across that way. Now, whether it's one of those things where it's like, oh, this was just like fake or like a ruse or like it actually made something else, you know, is obviously depends on whatever the quest whatever happens in the quest, and whatever direction they decide to go. But, you know, on the surface level, it definitely feels like it is tailored to a specific target audience. Oh, a bunny! Ah! There we go. Hi.
What's this? A plush toy?
Regardless of why it's designed to look like the conductor aboard the Astral Express, this doll...
Is that what they were going for?
Is it connected to the case?
Have you ever heard of something called a red herring in detective stories? It's a fake clue that leads you down the wrong path.
I see. But when it's so obvious, doesn't that defeat the purpose?
That's just in case you didn't realize the ingenuity of Miss Sparkle and were worried about her throwing out a random, useless clue.
I see.
Oh, you're
Thank you
right.
for
It is
your keen
Marsha's
insight.
plush. I haven't been in her room in forever, so I forgot.
Let's pretend we were misled by a red herring. This doll. Could it be connected to the case?
Love hearing Black Swan pretending to be confused.
You don't have to play along that hard, you know.
Sheena, you say, why is it every time I'm close to getting to the final secret, the boss is always the bug? Are you talking about unknowable domain? So I've noticed in my time of doing Unknowable Domain, it depends on what sort of expansion you pick at the beginning. So if you pick the dot expansion at the beginning, like before you even go into the domain, the final boss will be different versus if you do something with follow-up. At least in my experience. Lovely's and Jane, Camellia hasn't grown on me yet. Interesting. And see, those characters are a little, like, whatever to me, but I also haven't really been a fan of those types of characters usually. It all depends on how they're executed. Like, Kafka in this game, a lot of people really like Kafka, but she's okay for me. And then Lisa has grown on me, though she does have her moments where I'm like, eh. And I can't speak for Jane because I don't play Zenless and Zero. Comparing Lisa to Jade and Camilla, it's crazy.
Seems like a hint for us from Miss Sparkle.
Yeah, Lisa, I feel like, is pretty tame compared to Camellia. Though in the beginning, she was not. Well, she was still more tame than Camellia, but she was more assertive, I felt. Either way, to prevent criminals from hurting our great and lovely Miss Sparkle, the Goldhammer residents shall abide by the following regulations from today onwards. All retainers and visitors must enter and exit Goldhammer residence using facial recognition. Those who cannot pass through the facial recognition will be killed on the spot, and the regulations are in effect indefinitely.
That sounded like a story from ancient times. And why did the facial recognition system suddenly go out?
This is so her style, isn't it? Doesn't look like there are any more clues. Let's head back to the crime scene.
Next, should we pin down the identity of the perpetrator? This evidence, I've been staring at it all day, but there's nothing that can identify the perp. Lefton, that guy lost his hand. Remember Zhongshan's face was disfigured after the incident at the cliff? I remember this one best. Wright has a broken leg.
Why don't we flip the question and start by asking who couldn't be the murderer? After all, there are only 3 suspects, so elimination could be a valid method.
If you put it like that, then do you already have someone in mind? Tell me, come on.
I have 2 suspects in the fight. Lisa's mommy vibe, Camellia's love you to death, yours or mine. Yeah, I would say Lisa is similar to Kafka. Well, Camellia's got
seem to be
like
different.
yandere vibes. That said, I will admit, I am out of a lot of these characters that we've mentioned, like Kafka, Lisa, Jane, Camellia. Camellia is the one that interests me the most. I do have to see how her quest goes, but I am intrigued by her.
Memories seem to be different.
Okay. Oh, we have to exclude. Well, we can exclude
So,
you.
who exactly? I remember this one best.
Oh, you gotta go, Ram. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Thank you. We'll be streaming for a long time today, so feel free to stop by if you want to. But if not, good luck with what you gotta do. So you got a broken leg. Lisa's so interesting. I need more from her. See, I'm kind of in the opposite boat where I'm like, there's potential with her, but there's not enough to make me interested in her.
Is the murderer Lefton?
So he can't.
Based on the bailiff's statement, Lefton's dominant hand was seriously injured to the point where he had to learn how to live using only his left hand. Swinging that giant sledgehammer to murder someone, that must be hard for him. Probably impossible. Lefton's suspicion level can be downgraded.
Okay, and then you.
Remember Zhongshan?
He had the disfigured face, but he couldn't get in.
Poor
with
guy.
facial recognition.
He was seriously injured and was all wrapped up in bandages to keep his good looks safe. If that's the case, then he couldn't have made it through the Goldhammer residence's facial recognition system. That would suggest that Zhongshan is not the murderer.
By process of elimination, it seems that only Right could be the murderer. That was easy. Let's tell the constable our answer and see what he thinks.
You want her to bully her? She wouldn't. Here's the thing. Camellia wouldn't. I'm just intrigued because her mindset and how she describes stuff is like twisted and bizarre, and so I want to unpack that.
Please begin your investigation.
But if it's like,
Swan, there are lots of clues at the
again, that's why it's like it depends on how they go about it, because if I don't find it interesting, I'm meh. But it's kind of like Rappa. I'm like, why do you talk like that? I want to learn why.
The murderer is Right.
Wish me luck on the next round. Good luck! Feel free to try a different expansion.
You didn't disappoint, Lady Black Swan. Game rules stipulate I must tell you where the next puzzle is.
Huh? The next puzzle? I didn't sign up for this.
Looks like the key to winning lies not in the puzzle itself, but in the motives behind Miss Sparkle's strange behavior. I'm afraid this chase may just go on forever.
I have to remind you that Sparkle is a masked fool? Do you plan on finding logic in the mind of a masked fool?
That's fascinating. You're trying with one healer. What expansion are you trying? Are you trying Dot? Are you trying Break? Are you trying Follow-Up?
That's exactly what I plan on doing. Even if it's just subjective, there must be an overall principle behind the behavior. Memories cannot lie, and hers may just understand more about her than she does herself. Right now, let's follow her train of thought and head to the next puzzle. I hope this time we can get ahead of the Bloodhound family. I want to try and avoid using my Memo Keeper powers.
Okay, next scene of the crime. How far away is it? Whoops. Oh, it's just right there. I guess because we are in a dream bubble, we're not gonna be going too far.
So why are you so focused on Sparkle's challenge? Or should I ask, are you more focused on Sparkle herself?
That's all you have to add? Okay.
I told you, it's purely out of a spirit of competitiveness. And as a Memo Keeper, I also have to fulfill my responsibilities and harvest some interesting memories.
Ugh, love Petticone. Are we about to fight? Or is it same as before?
Whoa, this place is a complete mess. And those two weirdos are probably here too.
There's nobody else at the scene. Seems like Miss Sparkle used the same method to send dreamers back to reality. Let's talk to those two there, then.
Bean is being a loaf?
Detective Black Swan and Detective Sempo, you finally made it!
We don't know what we'd do without your help.
Why are you talking like that? Is this some sort of artistic performance that young people are into these days?
Is there something wrong with the way we are talking? Deputy Sheriff, am I talking in a strange way?
Oh, of course not, Sheriff. The way you talk is no stranger than the cat that climbs the apple tree in my grandma's backyard.
Okay, I guess we're doing this. Hello, Deputy Sheriff and Sheriff.
The skit this time is a modernist one.
Oh, I love this song. It's so goofy and silly.
Let's discuss this difficult case then. The victim is a galactic business magnate named Sparkle.
Sparkle!
Her again?
Yes!
Sparkle really is obsessed with
So you can
scripting
talk
her
like
own
him.
death.
That's true. I do sound like them now. I fit in.
If you
Finally,
undercut me
I've
one
never
more
had
time,
to fit in my whole life.
I swear I'm gonna kick you in the butt. Miss Sparkle came to the fashion store to buy herself a brand new tie. she didn't come back out.
Okay, wait. She came to this fashion store to buy a new tie. Does she even wear a tie? Yes, she does sometimes.
After a long time, the shopkeeper went in to see what was going on, but instead discovered Miss Sparkle's body. She had been strangled to death. There were 3 suspects on the scene, namely a Pepeshi shopkeeper named Wright, a Foxian gambler named Zhang Shan, and a wealthy Intellitron trader called Lefton.
Our old friends.
It's not just to aid your memory. We've added more descriptions to help tell them apart.
Miss Sparkle is so gracious.
Based on surveillance footage, witness testimony, and various pieces of evidence, the killer is ultimately among these 3, and they were not working in cahoots.
You're too lazy to be a suspect, right?
Oh, for the laughter! If I talk anymore,
For the
it'll
laughter?
make my pure soul
Ooh,
belly.
interesting. Uh-huh. Sparkle sure is having fun. Dana Edith, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Detective Black Swan, the dossiers are over here. You can learn more about the suspects from me. I trust you will be able to cut through the hogwash and find out who Miss Sparkle's killer is.
Aw, song's gone.
Let me introduce the identities of these suspects to you. It's very straightforward. First of all is the shopkeeper, Wright. He's one of the Pepeshi people and only stands as tall
Please let
as
the other one be left in.
which is often
Oh my
a source
gosh.
of teasing for him. He can get pretty salty about it. Next up, you have the merchant Captain. He
She's
wants to join up with the
she's
Penelope
reusing the
Trading
names.
Guild and is in direct competition with Miss Sparkle. That could be a motive for killing her. Finally, there was the gambler Zhang Shan. He lost a bet to Miss Sparkle, and he had to hand over his family heirloom. It's possible he harbored a grudge against her.
Okay, hold on. Pepeshi, shopkeeper, merchant, trading guilds. Okay, and gambler. I saw gambler and I was like, I wonder if this is an allusion to what happens later, but maybe not.
That's all the information we have. Do you need me to repeat it?
Nope, that won't be necessary. I remember it all.
Okay. Next.
And there's the tie.
You know, I was about to wonder, why would Sparkle need a tie? But then I realized there's no reason why Sparkle would not need a tie. She could probably just get a tie because she wants
That
to.
skit before said that the deceased was strangled. Is this tie some kind of joke murder weapon?
The tag on the tie reads, only for Imperial Master Lefton. Seems like it's one of Miss Sparkle's personal belongings.
That's not how you use the word imperial.
And we got
There's an accounting book lying on the ground. It must have been specially placed there by Sparkle.
On the title page is written Chen Katong. Is that someone's name? A code name. Oh, I think it's the name of the owner of this book.
I know it's most likely not Sampo, but I missed Sampo's voice actor.
This Jian Katong person should be Sparkle's targeted victim this time around.
Let's see. It's probably something second-hand only importance to money or a merchant. Sparkle probably left at the crime scene to prove she really did assault someone. All right, I guess we're going back into
So,
the TV.
It's just like the first case then. Only 2 pieces of evidence. The rest hidden inside her memories again, right?
Miss Sparkle doesn't want to distract your investigation.
She doesn't want to distract our investigation? What a law-abiding citizen this Sparkle is. Why doesn't she surrender then?
I genuinely miss this actor. Who voices Sampo again? Hold on. Who voices Sampo again? Where are you, buddy? You're somewhere. Oh, wait, you're in my team. Roger Rose. Who else has Roger Rose voiced? All right, everyone go. Can't get up the stairs. So, we gotta go. At least I thought I could get up the stairs. Oh, there's a little path? Yeah.
A little stool that seems quite normal.
There are 2 small footprints drawn on it in crayon.
The footprints, which are half as big as standard, must belong to a Pepeshi person.
Perhaps it's just that this person's drawing skills are extraordinary.
This is perhaps the most crude out of all the evidence. Miss Sparkle has fallen from her pedestal. Oh no, whatever will we do? Whatever will we do? Oh! Completely missed that. Up there. How? What do we get up there? Oh, wait. Maybe from this? Well, while I'm able to stand.
What's that smell?
Frank!
Why is there a smoked red herring there?
Ugh.
Mr. Sampo, take a look. This is a wonderful smoked red herring.
Yeah, it sure is great. Uh-huh.
Somebody save me from this cringe joke.
Even among the fools I know.
Listen, I want to get out of here as much as you do,
Miss Sparkle's
Sampo.
sense of humor
Okay, it's
stands
gone.
out from the rest.
I hate Starrel. What even was the joke? It was too... Yeah. Oh, it's a red herring. I see. I couldn't think.
Have you dealt with many masked fools before?
No, only a handful. After all, I prefer warm memories baked in sunshine. They're the ones that usually belong to kind people.
Ugh. No! Why is it evident? No. At least it was not zoomed in. Okay. I'm guessing we have to get up there through the TV. Streamer's scared of food. Please, anything but food. Anything but food and sustenance.
This clock is...
Open it up and take a look.
Oh gosh, you're gonna see how bad I am at now. Oh no, not the calories! Anything but the calories! Well, this isn't nearly as bad as I thought it would be. Atla, welcome! How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Currently doing Black Swan's quest.
Oh, there's a ring inside. This is evidence too. Why was it planted inside another device?
You're at work? It's okay. I won't tell your boss. Hope work's going okay.
Because this ring was found inside the victim's mouth, we want to reconstruct the scene of the crime.
In the victim's mouth.
Hey, there's something engraved inside the ring. Zhongshan family heirloom.
That should be it.
Let's head out.
Atla, you
I
started
have to
Starrel?
thank you, Mr.
Oh my
Assistant
gosh!
Detective.
Can you... Okay,
But
selfishly, can you tell me how it's
puzzle
going?
this time
What are your
is
thoughts so far? I
pretty
hope you're liking it.
strange.
What emoji is this? Or emote? I'm trying to get my thing. Ronin Gumigata. Please paint another addict! All according to plan. Hoyo, where's my sponsor money? I'm kidding. Hoyoverse never sponsored me. I was close one time, but didn't happen.
Have you found out who the killer is?
Just some shallow intuition. Anyway, let's report back to the sheriff for now.
Undisclosed sponsorship. So, basically, there's this one site I used to use to help keep track of my streamer analytics, and it would also have sponsorship stuff that you could like apply for. And the one time I saw that there was a Hoyo sponsorship was a time when I was going to be out of town. So they still do create a program. They do. I haven't ever really applied to it because lately it seems like they only accept bigger streamers. I could probably try, but
Memories seem to be
they do it
different
every
again.
patch, I believe. Atla, you said I picked the Fem starter because duh, but was trapped in that decision for like an hour. It's hard. I like both of the MCs for Star Rail personally. Atla, you said plot seems interesting, but still teaching me about mechanics and breaks and stuff. I've not had any pulls. Yes, it will take a while. When the pulls actually unlock for you, it
Discard your
will
worthless
force you to
dust.
do one pull on the standard banner, and you will get a character. And that is when pulls are unlocked. So yeah. I'm gonna be so paranoid of pulls and making the correct decision. Well, if anything, you know, Google is your friend, but also, you feel free to ask me. I will admit I'm not the best or knowledgeable, but you know, having played this game pretty often, I know basics at the very least, and I'm sure people in chat can also pitch in their opinion too. So, it is hard though with gacha, especially if you are trying to be free to play. You want to make sure that you use your wishes wisely or your summons wisely, and that can be really difficult. Luckily for base content though, in general you'll be fine with just like a few exceptions. So feel free to ask any questions. I'm happy to answer. If there's a starter banner, they're normally a good shout. Yes. Oh, that reminds me. Something I forgot to mention last time, Atla. So the starter banner right here. When you get, you're guaranteed a 5-star in 50 warps, right? The reason why I still have this banner, because I could still summon on this banner, as you can see. I actually got my 5-star early on this banner. If you get a 5-star early on this banner, when you hit the 50 warps, you won't get a second 5-star. So, if you get your 5-star early before hitting the end, I recommend saving your warps for this standard banner because it'll be put to more use. That's why I still have this, is because I got my 5-star early.
Oh, for the laughter! Didn't think I'd be seeing Detective Black Swan so soon. Was that? You found out who the killer is?
There's only one 5-star on the entire standard banner, basically. That is guaranteed. Only one 5-star is guaranteed. They're, like, you could probably get 2 5-stars, but there's only one guaranteed. Spoiler alert, you will get it early. Some people don't. I know people who don't. But I got lucky and got it at the very, like, the last pull. Not the last pull, second to last.
Pretty much.
You live up to your reputation, Detective Black Swan. As smart as the nest of magpies roosting in the roof of my Uncle Frank's garage.
So get the 5-star, then start panicking. Yeah, pretty much. Though the pulls you use for the starter banner and the standard banner are different than the limited banner. So, you know, you'll be fine there. As a smart of the nest of magpies. Okay.
This guy is mixing up his birds here.
What's the limited banner? Oh, I'll get to that after the cutscene, if that's okay.
Then go ahead. Who is the killer, and what evidence do you have to prove the case?
I also like how there's bird analogies here, given what happens later. Clever. So I'll admit, I was half paying attention.
So,
Then please, hurry up!
Promo banner. Yes. So these banners are basically here permanently unless, you know, you get all your 50 wishes. This is here forever. These are the banners that will come every few weeks. But they will be there will be reruns. Like these two characters right now, they've already been released before. They're on their rerun though. But if you played Genshin, then you're kind of used to it. You started but stopped because I was going to start swiping. Yeah. So this is the banner that is here forever. You'll notice that these tickets up here are green. But on these banners, you'll notice that they are golden. So the golden tickets you have are for limited. And then the green tickets are for the standard banner. And the green tickets you have here are for the beginner banner and the starter banner. Where's the CeeLo rerun? Maybe 3.0. 68,000? I'm working on it. We're making progress. We're making progress. So yeah, even though these banners are limited, they will come around again. So it's not one of those things where if the character comes out, you're never going to get them again. They will come around again. Like Aventurine, he's a character that I own, and I love him. This is his rerun. And I actually know people who get the character on their first banner, and then on his rerun now, they're starting to get like more copies of him. So, gonna be real. I'm gonna save up until I hit a wall, then Bleach streamer chat to help. No worries. But also, if I may offer another suggestion while we're here, not here. Oh, I can't show it off. There's events that will be unlocked for you later. And you can do trial runs for these characters. So I can't show it now because I'm in the middle of something important, but there's character trials. So you can try out these characters to see if you like them. Try not to pay attention to damage, but just see if you like their playstyle. And pretty much any of the characters that are on the banner will have a trial run. So you can test them out, see if you like it, see if it's worth spending on. And if it comes to actual like mechanics, then that's when I would ask questions. But also ask questions regardless. But yes, you can test out these characters, so it's not like you're blind and you're like, what does Adventuring do? I guess I won't know until I get him. You can test him out. No free ratio, bummer. Do you guys think they're gonna give a free character like during the 3.0 stuff? The gameplay gambling. I do love Adventuring personally though.
Oh, for the laughter. Didn't think I'd...
pretty much.
You live up to your reputation. Then go ahead.
What if I say, how bad is this gonna go if I don't?
In my opinion, there is no murderer for this case.
What do you mean by that?
There is no murder. Let's see. Sparkle left to see the crime. You did it, Sheena! Congrats! That can be hard to do. Oh my gosh, wait, this description is so long! Why? To avoid making you think you wasted time investigating this useless evidence, here's a recipe. The smoked herring, or any other type of preserved fish. Smoke the herring, or any type of preserved fish, until it turns golden on both sides. Place it onto a dish, remove all bones, then crush the meat. Add raw eggs into a frying pan and fry it until well done. Then add vegetables you like and fry that too. Then add in any crushed smoked herring, red herring, and day-old rice. Add some salt. Be very careful with how much you put in. There's already preserved fish in it. Stir fry evenly, then plate. And voila, here's a smoked red herring fried rice. You're welcome. Urzebo. Oh, I forgot to say hi to you. Welcome. You said, I love Star Rail, but the amount of relics that is making my brain buffer. Luckily, there's some that are better than others, so you can focus on that. Atla, you said Star Rail is technically playable on mobile, right? Yes, and it is cross-platform. So, when my phone could handle it, I actually would play Star Rail on the go on my phone, and then when I got home, I was able to play it on PC, and it was the same account. All right, I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants right now.
It doesn't. Looks like Miss Sparkle is more careful than I thought.
Okay.
This stool is a piece of evidence, right?
That's right. That's the one. Miss Sparkle's business failed, and she was on the brink of bankruptcy. As she passed by her regular fashion store, she ran into her old nemesis, the bullying shopkeeper from the store, and the gambler whose life she'd ruined. And those three all looked happier than her. Miss Sparkle's ego wouldn't allow that to happen. And so she stole Lefton's tie, placed Zhongshan's ring in her mouth, stepped up onto the stool, and hanged herself from a beam in Wright's shop. And her motive was to try and frame all three of them. What a tragedy! If it weren't for your incisive detective work, the three suspects would all be facing grave injustice.
Is something wrong here? This is too easy. The first case wasn't hard, but this one...
As you can imagine, the conclusions that the evidence points to are not mutually exclusive. Which means this is probably another prank from Miss Sparkle. Mr. Assistant Detective, please feel free to point out a suspect as the murderer.
Ah, I see. Sheriff, the murderer is Lefton. The evidence is the tie, right?
Correct, Detective Sampo. I never thought you'd be able to deduce the truth.
Sheriff, the murderer is right. The evidence is the stool, right?
Yes! For the laughter, how did I fail to realize this formidable intellect of yours?
Then, right from the start, there was no murderer. The evidence is the ring. Whatever, I'm just spitballing here.
Goodness me! Deputy Sheriff, is he really a genius? How could such an unfathomable mystery be solved so easily by him?
Ugh.
Look, Miss Sparkle has given us a puzzle where every single answer is correct.
Why take it so seriously? Miss Sparkle is a masked fool, not a masked genius. If it's a challenging puzzle you want, please go out there and turn right until you get to the Intelligentsia Guild. We're only responsible for providing an entertaining detective experience. Anyway, since our genius detective Black Swan has cracked the case, I will now share Miss Sparkle's next puzzle with you.
Ooh, another one, okay.
So that's it? This is just going to go on and on forever? We can't do that.
Then I wish you both the best. Oh yes, if you're not in a hurry, I can tell you the answers for some of the outcomes you never chose.
Okay. Really quick. Urzebo, you said this is a completely new view of the game with EHEAD voiceover. I really like playing games with English voice acting, and I like the English dub in Honkai Star Rail. Haru, you asked who will be on Banner with Sunday. We unfortunately do not know who the 4 stars will be until they actually officially announce it. As for the 5 stars, we know the limited 5 stars that are going to be that are going to be out next patch, but we don't know the reruns. We won't know until they actually officially announce those as well. Atla, you said character strength is based on how many duplicates you have of them you have, their equipped weapon, and their cone. Oh, so it sort of depends. So for example, the light cones that you mentioned, that's the weapon. This is their weapon, basically. There's no, like, sword or, claymore or bow or whatever. The light cone is their weapon. So for this one that I have on my Sampo, it will only work on characters that are of a particular path, and then it gives a buff. Like this one, every debuff the target has, the damage that Sampo does will increase by 24%. Oh, welcome. So this is their weapon. This is recommended. So I would recommend to level this up. And then, traces are kind of like their abilities. When you, like, think of it like kind of in Genshin, how there was skills and ultimates. If you level these up, the stronger they will be. And then relics are like gear. It's like their armor that they can put on. Then we have Eidolons, and it's true that these can help make a character stronger, but sometimes they can be really difficult to get. As they're done? Hope they weren't entertaining. Like here, I have all the Eidolons of this character, and it does make him really strong. But he is a 4-star character, so it is easier to get these Eidolons. Then we have like characters like Robin, who is a limited character, and getting her Eidolons are really difficult. And while some of them can make her stronger, sometimes it may not be worth the investment as a free-to-play. Tell the upgraded priority. I could. I'm trying to find one where their E6 isn't like the best. Link Shahaver's feeling in the spot. So Eidolons are 2 kit pulls. Yes, correct. And they can make a character stronger, but honestly, it all depends. So in general, I would recommend leveling up first. When you have a new character, I recommend leveling up like their level and their light cone first. Then I would say get traces up if you can. And then focus on relics, which, interesting. Relics, I would say, should be the last thing to focus on because relics have like an RNG aspect to it. So that can be really difficult to get the right stats for. Whereas leveling up your characters and your light cone, those are guaranteed stats. Same with traces. That said, I don't recommend when you are starting out to get your characters to level 80. Try getting them to 70 first and only ascend certain characters to 80. I have a few that are past 80 because I've been playing this for a while, but in the beginning, I recommend only getting your characters to like 70-ish. Because getting them to 80 uses so much resources and it's better spent elsewhere. Chizu, you said at least none of them are like child's constellations. Urzibo, you said usually E1 and E2 are comfort and damage. E3 and 5 are just number increase, and then E4 is small, E6 is big. Depending on the character, yes. Sometimes just going for E1 on limited characters can be really helpful, but there's not a lot of limited characters where I would say it's worth the investment for E6 unless you like love the character and you are willing to spend a ton of money on it. Because it's a lot. It really helps, but that is a lot of money and investment. Atla, you said I imagine Google what cone does with who is pretty standard. It can be. Luckily, the game will tell you like, oh, this cone only works for characters that are on the path of nihility. So you know that this light cone on this character won't work on a character like Robin, who is a harmony character. But for stats, yes, you could probably Google it and it will tell you like, oh yes, this light cone is best at super in position 5 or whatever. pulls 10 5 stars in a 10 pull. The dream.
Just as you said, solving puzzles is all just a cover for something else. That girl is toying with us. What should we do now? Just keep getting led around by her?
Truly, Miss Sparkle is a fascinating person. She seems chaotic inside, but easy enough to understand. Like a performer on the stage or a child hungering for attention. This game will be over soon. This time, we're going to catch her.
Although Urzibo did bring up a good quick fact that I will mention really quick. Yes, there is recommended gear option. So let's look at my Herta, because she's a free character. It will give recommendations on what typically other players use for a character, so you have an idea of what kind of gear you can grab for a character. And typically it's pretty accurate, so you can use that to help you out. I don't think something like that exists for light cones, but you can Google that. That's a good point that Urzibo brought up that I neglected to share.
Miss Black Swan, Mr. Sampo, you're finally here. I am the famed detective of Penacony, and next to me here is my assistant detective.
A murder in a locked room has left us all stumped.
As expected, another change in setting.
Yesterday, my assistant and I were visiting the famed artist Miss Sparkle, and we stayed the night. But this morning, Miss Sparkle didn't come out of her bedroom. The butler, Jean-Shan, said that the door was locked from inside, so we ought not to have disturbed her. But Miss Sparkle had never slept in so late. And no matter how hard he knocked, there was no answer from inside.
As soon as I heard, I knew something must have happened. So I acted decisively and broke the door down to get inside.
The room was covered in spattered blood. Miss Sparkle's body was lying right in the middle, her face white as snow. One look told me she'd been dead for some time.
Thinking quickly, I grabbed the artist canvas to staunch Miss Sparkle's blood, but... alas, poor Miss Sparkle! She's left us now forever!
Besides us and Zhongshan the butler, Lefton the cook and Wright the driver were also at the scene of the crime. What would you like to do?
Presumably, Miss Sparkle is now carefully arranging the next crime scene, right? Why don't you skip all this rigmarole and just have a heart-to-heart conversation with me? It might tickle a little.
Wait up! Wait up!
Honest kid. I know where you are, Miss Sparkle.
No
cheating!
Huh. Mr. Assistant Detective. You seem to be getting anxious.
No, it's... This locked room murder case is pretty fun. I want to guess who it was.
Let's go. Can't keep a girl waiting, can we?
Hey, Miss Black Swan, wait up! Wait up! Miss Sparkle has one final message to announce.
Oh!
Ding-a-ling! Now comes the most exciting and romantic moment in any drama. The audience challenge. Everyone knows that the mighty masked fool Sparkle can change her appearance to look like others. And in this drama, the villain Sparkle has disguised herself as another character. So then, I put to you, which character is it? Also, if you're interested in the locked room case that the memo keeper ignored, you can try out your powers of deduction. I put lots into coming up with the puzzle, so don't let it go to waste. Thus, the masked genius Miss Sparkle has thrown down the gauntlet. All the clues are in motion. Happy hunting!
Hurry to Sparkle's hiding spot. Okay. Wait, can I talk to these guys again? I think I could only... Oh, I can! The detective and assistant detective have become two lifeless bodies. Seems they can no longer complete their mission. Oh, Sparkle.
Miss, why didn't you just do this earlier?
Such a crude approach violates my aesthetics of memory. But as a means to an end, I need to put this aside for a more indifferent process.
Brother Hanu definitely liked this cutscene. Quentin, you said so as a fool, she's just aware of the fourth wall. Well, we've known that for a while, that a masked fool is aware. We saw it in Belobog. It makes sense with Aha.
There's no weird, sweet dreams troop. Nor is there evidence
there's no
strewn
gold
all
around
over
here.
the place. We finally caught up with her. But what's that thing? A Belabogian trash can? In Penacony?
Hey! Dear Memo Keeper and Mr. Coldfeet. You made it. I didn't expect you to skip the final puzzle. That's on me. Alright. Miss Sparkle cares not for the faults of ants like me. Come then. This is the final question. Listen up. What creature has 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon, and 3 legs at night?
Before I get to this puzzle, Quentin, you said we knew that in Belobog. Yes, there was a masked fool character that directly looked at the camera and talked to us, the player. I beat the additional fight. Yay! I'm glad you had a good run. Creature has 4 legs in the morning, 2 at afternoon, and 3 at night.
No murder case this time around.
Sometimes it's nice to take things easy. Come on, dear. Give me your answer then.
Leaks the goat. Is it people?
Since it's a classic puzzle, the answer is people, right?
Wah, wah. Wrong answer. How could it be as boring as that?
A trash can't clear it. You know what? That's on me.
Answer is Sparkle. When sleepy in the morning, she can't get out of bed. She runs about all afternoon in a fluster, so is exhausted by evening, but has to still raise a hand to hold a toothbrush. Poor Sparkle. So naturally, she's got 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon, and 3 legs at night.
What the heck was that jibber jabber?
Geek here on YouTube, welcome. You said time for some cozy streaming while doing my assignment. Good luck on your assignment. Hope it goes well.
What a cute answer.
Thanks for the compliment, my dear. But you can't try to fool me, seeing as you've just tried to cheat. Wrong answer. Accept your punishment.
Oh, now we get a fight. Okay.
Turn out your pockets.
I should be fine.
Hey,
Ow.
what's the face?
Ill tidings manifest.
Nice, like my friend.
I should have done this after Gallagher's
Indulge yourselves!
basic attack, but it's fine. So close.
Holy smokes! What's up with this guy? He just came out swinging from nowhere. Huh? No voices? This guy's pretty quiet. Miss, let's hurry up. Flip open the lid and find the girl.
Wait. Don't move. Something's off.
Miss, you killed Sparkle.
Oh, now there's gold.
How is this possible? How can people die inside Penacony's dreamscape? In the Garden of Recollection. What did you do? You did this, didn't you? Killing people in their dreams.
Only the remembrance has the powers to do that. You planned it out all from the start because she teased you and was pranking you. You wanted to kill her. Oh, I understand. You refused to let me go because you wanted to drag me into all of this. If I don't agree, I'll end up just like she did.
There is no death inside Penacony's dreamscape. That's the promise of the family and the blessing of the harmony. Not even a memo keeper can break this barrier. There's no need to take such great pains. If you just want confirmation, I've already told you the answer, Miss Sparkle.
Miss Sparkle! Who are you talking to?
You. Sparkle has disguised herself as another character. Wouldn't that be you, Mr. Sampo?
This? Don't jump to conclusions!
That tone of voice was like, we could have played this out a little bit longer.
If you want to accuse me of being Sparkle, you have to provide the evidence. Oh, I'm afraid evidence is a little too hard to come by. So, deduction will do.
The hint for the final question was a little too obvious.
Oh, you mean the locked room murder? I thought you weren't doing that one.
All the painstaking effort that Miss Sparkle put into it. How could I ever miss it? The key to solving the puzzle lay in two pieces of information put forward by the detectives. First, the large splatter of blood at the crime scene. Second, the victim had been dead for some time. Based on my shallow understanding, I can only draw two conclusions. One is that the murderer did not need to create a locked room case, because a locked room always needs a reason to exist. But, based on the detective's description, this locked room did not delay the discovery of the body. There was no third party at the crime scene to frame, and the blood everywhere didn't look like a faked suicide. That being so, the murderer seems to have no reason for creating a locked room. There is also reason to speculate that if the crime scene was a locked room, then its creator might not necessarily be the murderer. As for my second conclusion, it's even more obvious still. When everyone broke into the scene of the crime, why did the assistant rush off to staunch the blood? A trained professional was somehow happily destroying a crime scene just to save someone who's obviously been dead a while. The answer is simple. It's because the assistant detective is the murderer. At the time, I was in such a hurry that I didn't hear the whole mystery. I tentatively speculated that the murderer had killed the victim the night before, but hadn't locked the door from the inside. And so, when he learned this piece of information, he realized that the victim had created their own locked room mystery. That's why he had to rush to the crime scene as soon as possible, to confirm whether or not the victim left any evidence implicating him. And, judging by his behavior, it probably had something to do with that canvas. Like some final words. Of course, this is just a simple mind game. The answer to the puzzle isn't important. Miss Sparkle just wanted to pass on one hint to me. That the murderer is the assistant detective, which means it's you, Mr. Sampo. I've been using this term of address, but it was you who first came up with it.
Black Swan can see the talk to the fourth wall. I mean, if they're breaking the fourth wall and they're just talking to us, they're still just talking. People can still see them talking.
Has anyone ever told you that you're more like a detective than a memo keeper?
In my opinion, there is no difference between the two. Follow ripples along the surface of the water. Use some abilities and tricks to keep diving deeper, and touch that secret deep inside people's hearts. Salvage it and protect them carefully. The truth does not lie. Neither do memories.
I mean, if you have a good memory. But does a memory get distorted?
And very
Maybe not in the way
to the
that
truth.
Black Swan can see.
But I have another answer. Would you like to hear it?
Another answer?
The great artiste Sparkle locked herself away in her bedroom using red paint to create the semblance of spattered blood everywhere. And that assistant detective who was first on the scene, who confirmed her death, was not the murderer, but rather an accomplice who assisted her in faking her own death.
What a pity, such a pity. My dear, you were so close to the right answer. Unfortunately, the right answer is Miss Sparkle's body. Sparkle was disguised as Sparkle's body. Ding-a-ling! I won!
Does Miss Sparkle's body even count as a real character?
Why not? Miss Sparkle's body appeared in all 3 of those skits just then.
It's a little bit forced, but it's fine. So, who is this Mr. Sampo, then?
Beautiful lady, I already confessed everything to you earlier on. I really didn't know a thing. I just helped a friend send a letter. That's all.
Wait, so is this actually Sampo? So Sparkle's dead body was Sparkle the whole time? Wow! Honestly, though, I genuinely, I still think this is Sparkle.
So I've been running a fool's errand this whole time.
My dear, why so serious? Haven't you been having a great time? I have, at least. You take memories, and I get joy. We get what we need from each other, seeing as we're such kindred spirits, but also such loners. Why don't you come and work with me? Ooh, we can dance ballet together.
Oh? Am I understanding this correctly? A masked fool inviting me to work together?
A show of unprecedented splendor is about to be staged in Penacony. If you're too late to take the stage, you can work behind the scenes. If you want to appreciate this drama, you have to stand up under that spotlight as you take the stage and watch the dancing envelop you. Come with me. This is the best seat in the house.
I don't really understand why you're so fixated on destroying family barriers. But, as I said before, a memo keeper can't help you. It's frankly above my pay grade. Also, I don't consider you a loner. Oh, I don't mean him, but rather behind you. The one who hired you to come to Penacony probably doesn't want you secretly linking up with other forces, right?
Oh, snap! This was foreshadowed back then?
How did you know?
Memory is like the deep blue sea. But if you try to catch 2 fish with 1 cast, you might not be satisfied with your catch.
So, you mean you're refusing? Memo Keeper, did you think you could just leave?
Why not?
My dear, I don't want to scare you. You'll know the answer sooner or later. We're just getting to know each other a little today. If you ever change your mind, come find me at the tavern. That is, if you can find me. Let's go, Sampo? Sampo. Who is Sampo?
This is Bellabog, right?
This poor guy.
I said, why not? Don't worry. Such a crude approach violates my statics of memory. So once you leave my sight, you'll be able to remember everything again. And also, I'm sorry, my dear. My dream dance partner? I've already got sights on someone else.
That's the light code! That's the light code! Okay, so she took their memories. Neon Angel, welcome! Am I late for anything? We are close to finishing Black Swan's quest, it seems.
Special dream this has been. Did you notice its nested structure? Being part of a play inside the dreamscape is as weird and captivating as being in a dream within a dream.
Inception! Bwah! Alex, you said when you're in a spoiling the Penacony quest-like contest, your opponents are Sparkle Black Swan. Here's the thing, though. I feel like the way they did it was, like, subtle enough.
That's the end of Miss Black Swan's dream.
But, I don't know, I also have the context of, like, what happens later. And the fact that Black Swan was like, oh, there's another memo keeper here in Penacony. Well before we met Mr. Rekka. Insane. Are you satisfied with your experience? So, Sampo turned out to be...
I noticed that the people in your dream were familiar to you. It's worth repeating that dreams are just dreams. And in Penacony, dreams can be processed, or even tampered with. Things in our dreams cannot be trusted, let alone in someone else's dreamscape. If there's any information that you'd like to confirm, please do so by the cold, hard light of reality. Sweet dreams.
Really? I wouldn't do anything to her.
Don't worry about that, Memo Keeper. Let's talk about my thing. I've helped you out with everything you've asked, as agreed. Shouldn't you give my mask back to me now?
Wait, did Sparkle... did Sparkle steal his mask?
Since when did the masked fools suddenly start respecting agreements? Just kidding. I loved seeing that look on your face. Take this key to the tavern cellar, third barrel on the left. You never saw me.
I don't know if I trust you.
But
I don't think Sampo's ever getting his mask back.
After all this time, what made you suddenly want to take back your mask? This doesn't seem like the Sampo I know. Let me guess. A catastrophe is coming to Urello 6. Am I right?
Well, no comment about that. But I love that line you said. If you're too late to take the stage, you can work behind the scenes. That really makes sense. Sometimes even an old-timer like me feels like taking the stage and making a fool out of myself.
If you're all out of options, please get in touch with me. I'm the kind of person who values friendship highly.
Forget it. You'll be doing me a favor if you stay away from Bellabog. After all, the elation that Miss Sparkle seeks isn't something old Sampo can stand by. Go tell Giovanni I said hi.
Fine, I'm just spitballing here. Don't take it so seriously. Why so serious?
Sampo just keeps getting more and more interesting. Foreshadowing 5-star edition Sampo. Dude, also, like, the event of Sampo talking was... I can't remember the specifics, but stuff he said, it was, like, simultaneously, like, this feeling of, like, what to do in the face of when you have no choice. And, like, how much of Sampo's alignment with the Masked Fools is by choice? Warren, welcome. Joker reference? Probably. Neon Angel, you said, reminded that Sparkle is about to just casually go to another universe. True, the Honkai Impact crossover. Black Swan, I imagine you've already seen that dream bubble. I just want to know if anyone has come looking for you yet. Oh, this is before, I guess we knew her a lot. The Memo Keeper, you know. Hee. Make this simple. That fool named Sparkle is currently searching all over the place for that dream bubble. I do not know what her intentions are, but allowing it to slip into her hands will only make the situation more confusing. Can you do me a favor and go to reclaim that dream bubble? Sure. Attitude is reassuring. Oh, wait, I just realized it is question marks. I don't remember where I left that dream bubble. Can you remind me? How could a Memo Keeper forget? Are you really Black Swan? I'm not a true Memo Keeper after all. Okay. Can't believe you figured out so quickly. How dull. Pranks are all about back and forth. You see how much I have with that Memo Keeper? You should learn from her, young nameless. This is just the beginning. I'll be back. I'm scared. Nothing ever good ever comes from hanging out with a fool. User doesn't exist. Nice. Oh gosh, so many messages. Hello? I just want to know. I'm getting deja vu here. Is this actually her? You may also know that interesting young fool, Sparkle. She's recently gotten into disguising herself as people. Has she already tried this with you? If that's the case, you could be Sparkle in disguise, too. What would you have me do to prove it's me? Action? Some unique actions you do out of habit, like looking in the mirror a lot. But if that little fool, Miss Fool, excels at observation, there's a chance that she could perfectly imitate everything about a person. Oh gosh, I'll have to wait until she's done messaging. Am I Sparkle? Are you? I think the only thing that could differentiate someone from another is their memories. There's no way for an outsider to completely steal or imitate every ounce of a person's memory. Just like when we met in Penacony, is it not? Strange lines surrounding us, a series of strange murderers, people with differing dreams, a truth that lies beneath the water's surface. I need more. I can't be the one doing all the talking. By your logic, you should also have to prove that you're not Sparkle. You're right. Huh? I'm just joking. As a Memo Keeper, I naturally know who the person is on the other side of my screen. Sparkle's pranks are not to be without benefits. She is able to make us re-examine what we have seen and think about the appearance and reality of the dreamscape. This is also the reason I shared the dream bubble with you. Looks like she hasn't caused any major damage, so I will put my mind at ease. Talk to you again soon. Aw. Was there another message, though? Was there another message? Oh, that's from Black Swan. I see. What event is that chat skin from? The rapper one. Correct! Where is it? I got it from here. So you can only get this? Let's see. I'm trying to remember. I think you can get this by... I'm trying to remember if that's the reward for getting the 4th song unlocked. No, I don't think so. I think getting the 4th song unlocked doesn't give you any rewards. Always gonna use the March one. Forget which one is the March one. Okay, all caught up on companion quests, I believe. That feels good. So now I just have to get Stellar Jade. I just have achievements, which I still need so much more achievements. Which ones do I still need? You just got Adventuring Neon Angel. Congrats! Congrats on your adventuring. I hope you like him. So I just got to get through some achievements and then stuff from Unknowable Domain, and I think I will have more Jade. Just top up! Never surrender. That said, I do have a 10 pull. I do have a 10 pull. Before we head over to Echoes of Wisdom. 10 pull? 10 pull? Who do you main? Oh, your bestie Allie. Welcome. How are you doing? Are we doing well? Here's the thing. I don't really main anyone in particular, but I will say the team I use the most is a follow-up team. Or as the internet likes to call it, fart. I do like follow-up, but I also have been using a Firefly team a lot as well. And then Jwei, maybe Clara. I'm a heavy Firefly main. I love Firefly. Right now, I really missed my follow-up. Firefly does more damage, but I really miss my follow-up team, so I've been using them more. All right, we gotta pull. Looking at my 7 jades. I got E7 Acheron in a single pull. Press X to doubt. I wish I had Ron made. Firefly team is incomplete without her. I forced myself to get Ron made because I got Firefly. I didn't want to get Ron made, but I wanted my Firefly to be good. Like that's here while doing the story. Fart. All right, 10 bolt. Wait, what's my petty at? I know I just barely got a 5-star. What does E7 skill do? True question. Okay, it looks like this will be 12. Who are we gonna get today? Who are we gonna get today? Oh gosh, it might just be the weapon. It just might be the light cone. Knowing my luck, it's probably just the light cone. It's another light cone. Ah, dang it! Not again! I swear, if you give me a 4th light cone in this 10 pull, son of a gun! All right, fine. Don't give me a character. Just give me weapons. Fine. That's fine. You know what? I wanted more of these. Sure, I don't mind superimposing these. Pretty sure I have this superimposition 5 already. You know what? Why not? I think this is good. Surely this foreshadows your Sunday pulls. Guys, this is why. This is why. You know when people are like, oh my gosh, how come you're saving so much? Did you see that last 10 pull? Did you see? I'm scared. I'm scared for my Sunday pulls. I'm so afraid, dude. 81 pity gang rise up. It's gonna be like 85. What if I go to hard pity? What if I go to the hard 90, dude? Okay. Yeah, wow. Look at that. 4! And I've already have it superimposition 5. I could superimposition this light cone to friggin' 4. This one, okay, it looks like I don't have a lot of this one. And this one is still only superimposition 1. I could superimposition this one. Great. I have 2 of those. I have that superimposition 3. Oh my gosh. Hey, guys, guess what? I guess we're superimpositioning that light cone to 5 because it looks like I can do it. Okay. You know what? I do have a spare one. And no one's using that one. Might as well just superimposition these. Oh, geez. Where am I? There I am. Superpositioning? It's like refining in Genshin. Horan, you said just know people are gonna wait till Sunday to do Sunday summons. I don't think I could wait that long. I don't think I could wait that long. As soon as Thursday hits, I'm going for it, dude. If I streamed Wednesday when the patch dropped, I would summon right then and there. Oh yeah, superimposing. That's it. Superimposing. Superimposition. Whatever. Can't believe I got 3 light codes in a 10 pull. This has happened before. I feel like it's illegal. I feel like that has to be illegal. I want Jade for a follow-up team. Oh yeah, Jade would be really good for a follow-up team. Haru said, don't worry, Flaze. Chizu will E6 Sunday in your honor. If I could just get one Eidolon of him, I would be happy. But honestly, with how my luck's been lately, I don't even know if that's gonna happen. I'm really scared, y'all. Well, that will be it for Honkai Star Rail today. I want to move over and play Tears of the Kingdom. Not Tears of the Kingdom, Echoes of Wisdom. Got my Zelda games mixed up. So I'm gonna run some ads while I'm setting it up. Just ask your boss for a raise! Yeah, I could just ask my boss for a raise when things are really stressful at work and people don't really like us right now. I'm sure that'll be fine. I wish you 50-50 luck. Thank you. I am terrified. But yeah, I'm gonna move over to Echoes of Wisdom now. So, I'm gonna run some ads while I set up. So, if you guys don't mind just sticking around for Echoes of Wisdom, or if you're just here for Honkai Star Rail, that's also fine. But I'm gonna get that set up now. Okay?